Hello folks, exeter-rider, hope you're doing well. Out on the Transalp today. Just popping out into the countryside. Oh, and there's a traffic light. So I hope you're doing all well. This is a little vlog today because I thought I would talk about, and which is something which I was expecting somebody to ask and nobody has actually, is the scar above my eyebrow. Is it on the left or the right hand side? I don't know. Not too sure. Yes, there's a little story to that which I'm going to let you know today. And typical me trying to help somebody and then it goes wrong. So what happened was many years ago, oh god, I must have been about 24, 25 years old. So this would have been back in, no, it would have been younger than that. It would have been about 21-ish maybe. 1998, 1999, somewhere around there. And I knew a Chinese girl. They'd moved over from China. Nice girl. Alex, she was called. I always wondered what happened to her actually. Not in contact with her anymore. But yeah, her mum lived in Exeter and they also had a house down in Plymouth. And so she wanted to move her mum from Exeter down into Plymouth. She didn't have a lot to take anyway. So I said, well that's alright. I had a brand new Volkswagen Transporter at the time. I still got it. Fantastic vans they are. Yeah, so I loaded up the van. It was only half a van load anyway. And we popped down Plymouth. Bearing in mind that this was, you know, early morning, sort of 9 o'clock we left to go down to Plymouth. Went down there, took her all her belongings in the back obviously, and I said, well while we're down here, we got down there about 10 o'clock, I said, well why don't we go ice skating, because they got an ice skating rink down at the Plymouth Pavilions down there. And so she said, yeah, alright, let's do that then. And I used to be a skater many years ago, you know, when in my teens it was my thing.
Still filming?
Yeah.
Get Dad out here, I want to do two.
No.
I can do 5.
No, I don't care. We're having
What I like to do, in fact I still like doing it now. If I didn't feel such a pleb on roller skates, then I'd probably still be roller skating now. But yeah, it's just not the done thing for a 46-year-old bloke, is it? Yeah, so anyway, get to the house, unload, went off to the ice skating rink, and I was flying. Bearing in mind I haven't skated for about 10 years at that point. I was absolutely flying around the rink, really enjoying it, loving it again, you know, and wishing that I never gave it up really. So an hour went by and all of a sudden the horn went off, you know, to say that you've got, you know, 2 minutes left or whatever it was, and I thought, right, that's it. I'm going to go all out now, I'm going to gun it. And I used to be quite, you know, good at doing tricks, you know, spins and jumps and going just on the back wheels and all that sort of thing. So I thought, right, I'm going to do some stunts now. So as I was going around, bearing in mind that my van is locked in the car park at the moment, well not locked, but it was, you know, it's in the car park at the moment. As I was going around, I'd done a spin, I'd done a 360, not like one of them, but just like, you know, not like the proper skaters do, I'm not that good, but it was just a 360 kind of spin around. And yeah, basically the force of that spin at the speed I was going lifted my legs up and I headbutted the ice. I know what you lot are thinking, I don't have much luck with ice, do I? On motorbikes or roller skates. So yeah, so anyway, so that happened, and then I thought, right, okay, well, let's get back to the So anyway, that happened, and then they took me to first aid, and the first thing they done was they said, "Oh, here's your money back." I thought, okay, great, thanks for that. What are you gonna do? You gonna patch me up or what? And they looked at it and said, "Nah, sorry mate, there's no chance we're gonna be able to do that," because basically my eyebrow was hanging down, or you know, a bit of skin was hanging down, really gammy. And so I went to first aid. They said no. I went to minor injuries unit. They said no, bearing in mind that this accident happened about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, somewhere around there. And yeah, everybody just wasn't interested. They said, "Nah, it's too much for us, so you have to go Derriford." So bearing in mind, I'm not driving here, I'm having to get a taxi. I think it was a taxi that they got me and set me up and sent me off. All the time, Alex was, you know, the Chinese girl, she was working in telesales at the time for horrible people. They were shouting down the phone at her to make sure that she was in on time to work and all this. Totally ununderstanding, horrible people. And yeah, so got to Derriford. I think we got to Derriford about 4 o'clock in the end, by the time all that had gone on. And obviously my parking has run out now, so I'm a little bit concerned about that, but I thought, well, it's exceptional circumstances, so hopefully they'll see it as exceptional circumstances. Wishful thinking, isn't it? And yeah, so went to Derriford. Anyway, long story short, I had people go in and out, in and out, in and out, and it wasn't until I think it was about 11:30 at night that they stitched it up, and I was nearly ready to go, and they give you all the paperwork and all that malarkey, don't they? So I thought, great. They said, "Are you good to drive?" I said yes. I don't think I was good to drive, but I said yes anyway. I mean, I would have been fine, I'm sure. Oh, gravel. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, got back to the yeah, left there about 12 o'clock, got back to the car park at 1 o'clock, and the van was locked in the car park. But it's okay, they had an emergency number there to contact. Guess what happened there? Absolutely nothing. So in the end, I had to spend, I think it was 50 or 60 quid to get from Plymouth back to Exeter. So yeah, what an experience that was. So that's how I cut my eye. That's what happened. And yeah, that was the fun that I had that day. So hopefully you found that entertaining. Just a little story for you. Sometimes I see my scar on camera and I think, oh, I should tell him what happened there really. It looks like I got into a big fight or something, which would sound a lot better, wouldn't it, than the actual truth. But these things happen, don't they? But yeah, so I don't know where Alex is these days. But she was yeah, she's funny actually. We had a good laugh with her back in the day. Thanks for watching. I'm sure you guys have got loads of stories like that as well. And yeah, just a quick one really. I guess I'll put this out in the winter time when it's colder and all the rest of it. And I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.